Hello everyone, today we are going to look at chapter 14 tutorial 1, and I'm going to show you how to use SolidWorks to produce the drawing. So in particular, this problem was chapter 8 tutorial 2, and in this tutorial, which is chapter 14 tutorial 1, we're going to create views of the drawing of this part, and we're going to make a front view, a top view, and the right side view, and a section view, and a detail view. So let's start this part. So first of all, you can go to SolidWorks and open chapter 8 tutorial 2. So you should already have them with you. So with this part, so after you open this part, the next step, so we are going to go to New and create a drawing. So select the drawing and say OK for that. And the first thing, SolidWorks will ask us to select the paper, since the units that we made for chapter 8 tutorial 2, that was a metric one. Okay, so it's metric. So when we select the paper, we're going to select the metric one. So metric one, H4, it has similar dimensions with 8.5 by 11. So the size, they're similar, but not exactly the same. So this point, we're going to use A4. So we have portrait and landscape. So let's choose the landscape and say OK for that. So the width, just to let you know, it's 297 times 210, and say OK for the paper size. And now we are going to bring in the views. So you could go to the view plate, so right here, and click that. So right now the view is not there yet. So let's click the model and click this. So this drop down. If it's already there, then you don't need to do anything. If it's not, then click here and bring chapter 8 tutorial 2s in. So now you should have all the views. And let's put the front view as our primary. So I'm going to click front view and drag it on the drawing. And the next thing, I'm going to have the top view. So it's going to be there automatically. So the top view, then you click that to drop down. Then you move your mouse to the right. Then you should be able to do the right side view. And then put your mouse, so and click that to drop the right view down. Then put your mouse to the corner, and the asymmetric view will show up as well. So let's click here and drop the view down. So after that, you could say OK for the view. And then we're going to put the view in the right spot. So as you can see, orange is showing up. Then I could click it and move it to the right corner. So you could move the part here, but so for this part, let's see. So if you click that, you can only move it left and right, and you can't move it up and down, because they have relations here. So remember what we learned. So those two lines has to be horizontal, and same to all lines. And a similar thing for this view, you can only move it up and down, and can't move it left and right, because the alignment as well. And if you really want to break the alignment, and you can try it, and we are going to talk it in the future. So right now, just let you know, you can only move up and down, can't move it left and right, because you have alignment, the hidden lines there. So anyway, and let's say OK for the view. In the next thing, we're going to create the section view. So which is the section view here of this part. So we're going to create a section view from here to here, which means I'm going to look into the part in this direction. So this is the section view of this part if I make a cut there. So let's go ahead and do the section view. So I am going to go to a view layout. Now we make a section view, so you can click the section view here, and so they have a vertical one, vertical section, and the horizontal one, and the auxiliary view, and also they call it aligned view. So looks like the last one is the one that we are looking for. So select the last one, and it will ask us to select the point. So looks like we need 3 points, first, second, and third. So the first point, I'm going to select the center of the part, and the second one, I'm going to select this center, and the third one, select this center here. And after that, you can say OK for that, and will ask us if we want just a aligned view or we want to do modifications, because for parts like this we usually put ribs on the view, but right now we just ignore that. So we just do the normal section view, and we could select the first one just to make the aligned section view. So say the first one, and your section view is going to be here. Like I said, only left and right. You can't move it up and down for the alignment reason. So you could put it here. And the next step is we're going to do modification for the section view. So as you can see, all the hatch pattern, so all these lines, they're probably too far away of each other. So I'm going to do some modifications. So I'm going to select all the pattern. So click anywhere of the pattern, then uncheck the material cross hatch. So after you uncheck that, you should assign the new properties. So right now it says 1. So if I make it a 2, so it's going to be denser, and make it 4, even denser. So right now, let's leave it as 2, and you could change degrees as well, but we don't want to right now. And just say OK. So all the lines, they are denser than before. In the next part, we're going to make detail views. So we are going to make a detail view of this part here because it's too small, so we want to make a detail views and mention it later. So we go back to SolidWorks and go to Detail View, which is this button, Detail View, and click that and select the Detail View. So it tells us to make a circle to the view that we want to have a detail view. So I'm going to select the center and make a circle like this, and drop the detail view on this side, and drop it down here. Then the next thing is the scale. So you could change the scale here. It says 2/1. So we could change it to a 3/1. Okay, so as you can see here, we don't have a 3/1. So what you need to do is go up, go user defined, and type in 3/1. And say OK for the detail view. So you can see it's bigger. Okay, it's bigger. And as one of the requirements of drawing, so they're not supposed to be lined up, all the words. So I'm going to say OK for that. And select all those words and move it up so they don't line it up on each other. And the next step, we are going to make the hidden lines visible. So they're supposed to have some hidden lines underneath. So I'm going to select this part, so until the orange shows up, and I click that, and select the hidden lines visible option. So I'm going to select this. Now hidden lines are visible. as you can see. And similar for other parts, so I'm going to click the front view, which is the main view that I did. So I'm going to select that and make the hidden lines visible as well. So they're all visible. But as another requirement on the drawing, so for section views, we usually don't put hidden lines there unless we have to. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this. So this part, click on the orange, so click that, and change the view back to the one that's not showing the hidden lines. Okay, and similar of this view, so we probably don't need that either. So let's go here. So let's, instead of change the visible lines, I'm going to change it to the regular shape. So shaded with edges, I'm going to change it to this view. And this is what we are looking for. And now it's probably a good time to save the work. So let's save the work. So let's call it Chapter 14, Tutorial 1. And say OK for that. And that's for the drawing of this part. And besides the SolidWorks drawing, so we probably want to save it as a PDF as well in case people don't have a SolidWorks wants to see the drawing. So what we can do is we do save as and save as the PDF. So click the option here, change it to PDF and say OK for that. And after you save, your PDF is going to look like this. And this is all we have for Chapter 14, Tutorial 1. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.